Welcome back as we start off a new year, and I'm going to give you a breakdown on where I earned for passive income for 2019. So I'm going to give you a full review on the $18,382.20 I earned, all in passive income. I'm not going to give you any fake stuff. I'm going to give you some real news right here, show it to you where I earned all this money from and where it came from, and some way ahead on what I'm doing for 2020 to increase the passive income and put more money in my pocket. And so you know, this is all for fun. Always do your own research, do your due diligence before engaging any type of passive income activities I mentioned or someone else may mention, because you don't want to end up being broke, because you have to put in some work to make passive income work for you. Nothing with passive income is easy. Nothing with passive income comes simply. So always do your own homework and own research. Okay. This is all broken down by what I've done over the past year. When I started my YouTube channel, February last year, I started off around May timeframe. I started adding in these little monthly updates on where I was sitting on passive income, how I was doing, uh, mistakes I've made, some issues I've come across, such as real estate issues, writing issues, things like that. And so I break it all down and I compiled everything in this report, and I'm going to give it to you and give you a better idea on where my money comes from. But before I get into that, I want to show you, how much are you really getting from Social Security? Because that's really the driver for anything with passive income, because you want to earn money coming to you on time like clockwork every month, because Social Security is going to be an issue for many people in the future, if not already now, because Social Security doesn't pay a lot. It really doesn't pay a lot. So you've got to have your own retirement plan, your own passive income coming in that you can supplement your Social Security, because even with a retirement plan, your retirement plan is there today, but it could be gone tomorrow, because your boss can say, hey, we're facing a lot of issues in our company and we've got to take away your retirement plan that you've been funding for all these years, because we don't care about you. We want your money to come back to us because we gave it to you in the first place. And, you don't want to be in that situation. So that's why I really encourage you to really look at passive income in 2020, right? You need to have something coming into you monthly. It's going to start out with pennies, in the beginning, but you want to get it the dollars, 3, 4, 5 figures a month. That's what you want to do. You want to have more than enough. You don't want to have a little. You got to think big, think huge this year. Find the time to figure out when you can put this into your pocket and get this money coming into you monthly. So I encourage you here, SSA.gov, SSA.gov. Go here, sign up. This is all if you're in the United States. I don't know if you're in another country, because I know some of my friends live in Canada and other countries, but here in the United States, go to SSA.gov. It will tell you, what you will get when you retire from, and we decide to retire and collect Social Security at age 65 or 67, whatever it may be when you decide to collect it. But when you collect it at those, when you're 65 or 67, that's when they say you'll get the most you can. But if you're a millennial, you will have to wait probably a few more years after that to collect the full retirement account from Social Security. But I encourage you, go to the site, ssa.gov, check it out and see what you're getting for Social Security. You may be surprised or you may be happy, I don't know. But check it out and you'll really see what you're getting. Okay. This is what I'm going to break down. 2019, $18,382.20, all in passive income, came in from a couple of different sources I mentioned in my other videos. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. I encourage you to, click the bell for notification, like this video, subscribe, because every Friday I bring you a passive income video, which you need to check out and find out more about, give you some inspiration, some ideas of what you can do, because passive income is the future. This is what you need to do. You need to have something separate from your job, something separate from your business, something separate where you can have money coming in like clockwork. This is, here it is broken down. I have dividend stocks, real estate and rentals I own, and I still do some writing for Quora. If you haven't went to see my other Quora video, which I mentioned in the past, and there's the total right there. And here is the breakdown. I know every month I didn't really give everybody a good snapshot of what investments I owned. And so here's a snapshot of everything I owned as of 2019. I did buy some other dividend stocks not listed on here, um, but this gives you a general idea. And I always encourage you to do your own research, do your homework, because if you see, my dividends are high. They're pretty high. Some people think I'm risky. Some people think the company is going to be in a lot of trouble. Yes, they may be, but the way I see it, if you invest in a dividend that only pays about 3%, while I'm getting something that pays 10%, I'm already 3 times what you've earned within that little dividend, because I'm already up ahead, two more paychecks or 2 more dividends ahead of you because of that. And so that puts me a little bit further ahead. So even if a company decides to not pay you 1 month, you will still be ahead, and you go back and find something else that will pay you dividend to cover what you might have lost. And yes, I do take a little bit more risk in this area, but you only live life once. You only get one time here in life, one time here on earth. And so you can either go for the minimum or you can go for the maximum. I look for the maximum, try to get the most out of it, and try to get the most out of my money, because everybody works hard for the money. You don't want to earn pennies on the dollar. You want to earn dollars on the dollars that you put in there. You want to earn a lot of money off these dividends. And as you can see, this is about $100,000 account. I did pretty well. I did pretty well off these dividends coming in into my pocket every month. Some people may have another 6-figure account, and they will earn about half of what I earned over this past year. So you've got to think about that. You got to do your math, do your homework, and you've got to do some more research and do your own homework to figure out what you want to do. But I did add a couple more lower paying dividends the last few months, because I want some more diversification and some more exposure to other areas, such as, added Disney, Kansas City Southern. I want to buy more stocks at Kansas City Southern, but that stock has been going on fire. It's a railroad stock, and I bought it at like 149 or something like that, and the stock kept going higher. But I want it to go down so I can buy some more and add some more dividends in my pocket within this sector. And these are the other 2 areas where I earn my money from. I own 3 rental properties, different locations, not actually where I live, which is probably good because I don't get to see it every day. But if I happen to go visit those places, I can turn it into a tax write-off. If you own a rental property in another location and you happen to drive there or fly there, you can write off most of it. Make sure you verify everything with the tax accountant if you do earn a rental or you want to get into the rental business in the future. But it's money coming in your pocket every month. Money coming in your pocket if you do your numbers right. Everything is all about numbers in real estate, because you don't want to break even. You want to earn a little bit more money as much as you can as possible. I did have one rental that I was underwater. After the 2009 crash, I was underwater. I was coming out of pocket paying for that rental because I had to drop my rent to get a tenant in there. But that rental property is now paid off, so I'm getting a whole lot more money. As you can see, it's showing up here in my real estate holdings. Because most rental properties, you might get $200 a month, and that's great, but you want to get more out of it. So it's really come down to the numbers. It's basic math. There's not a whole lot of geometry or algebra or anything like that. It's basic math. That's really what real estate is. It's basic math, getting a good understanding of it. You might add a couple more zeros behind your number, but that's really all it is. That's really all real estate is. It's math, finding a good property, right location, location, location. You always hear that, always hear people say that. Real estate is always about location. You've got to have it in a good location. If it's in a bad location, you got to be able to handle, the bad tenants. You got to handle them, someone stealing stuff out of your property. You got to handle them destroying your property. You've got to have that, the stomach, the nerve to handle things like that. The other one, writing, I'm still working on. Workora, it's doing all right, but I'm looking for something to substitute that. 900 is great, but I want something a little bit more, something higher out of that. And 2020, it's here. A lot of people are mentioning their 2020 goals. This is a snapshot of some of my goals, not everything, but just a snapshot on what applies to you. And as my passive income investors here, what else am I doing with my money? Well, number one, I've already funded a new retirement account. This one, I had some money in my TSP, my thrift savings plan from the Army. It was just sitting in there, wasn't really doing much. One of my buddies works at a life insurance agency. We talked. I found a good deal. This is more for not so much passive income per se, but something more for retirement. I opened up an annuity, a variable annuity, so it has a little more higher risk, which is what I like, and there's some bonds in there. One day I will go and do a video on this and give you a breakdown on what's in this annuity, because there's a whole lot of high-powered investments. I really do like it. It worked out for me. I don't really see it, but as gonna be guaranteed, it's gonna be there when I do retire in the future. And the other one, fund a new savings account. This one, I did it. I opened up another savings account because I had money for my my real estate investment. The one that's already paid for. It's just pumping in money every month. I wanted to take it out of the bank account and putting it into something that would give me a little bit more interest out of it. So I opened this up a few weeks ago, and it's doing pretty well. Wealthfront, a lot of these 2% savings account, they're not really there anymore because how the economy is going, it's been pushed down a little bit lower. So it's going to be harder to find those 2% savings, but this one is close, pretty close. Wealthfront, I know a lot of people have mentioned it in the past, but check it out. I know there's a link below if you want to go check it out yourself, but it's paying 1.78% annual percentage. That is pretty good. A lot better than most bank accounts, a lot better than most CDs. So if you have money sitting in a CD, you want to get it out of there and put it in something that's going to earn you a higher risk and something you can access a lot quicker. The other one, I would like to open up another brokerage account. I'm doing some analysis trying to figure out opening up another brokerage account and what I want to do with it. But I want to try to help it to educate you at the same time, give you more knowledge and insight on what you can do, because I know a lot of you may be scared to open up your own brokerage account, investing on your own. But I want to give you some tips, some ideas, and really get you started. It's not going to be this one. I don't think it'll be a high risk account. It'll be a little bit more conservative, a little bit more easier. Something you give you a better idea on what you can get an idea out of it. But do more research, and that'll come up one day in the future. The last two, I've been thinking about doing an affiliate website for a while. I have some experience creating a blog. So I think this will be doable, but it's all about timing, because this is more of actually it's a seasonal website, a seasonal site. So it's not going to be a year-round thing, but I think I might get my money out of it. But it's all, I'll wait and see. But I'll give you more details on that in the future once I do get it started and going. And I'll give you, I'm not going to give you a full reveal, but I will show you the income that I do collect out of it. So I will plan to start this in the near future. And the last one, selling cryptocurrencies. I don't talk about cryptocurrencies much. I never talk about it except for one video I did. But cryptocurrencies, I do have some money going in cryptocurrencies, because cryptocurrencies, a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people bash it. A lot of people think it's almost like worse than penny stocks. But cryptocurrencies is another way for it was originally intended to make money, an alternative way where the banks don't touch it, not affected by the governments. And it has been doing that since over like 10 years now, since Bitcoin was first created. It's more of a digital currency. You can send from one person to another, whether it's your phone to phone or whether it's from your computer to computer. It's but it's a lot more, it's seamless, a lot quicker. A lot more hurdles than if you're doing normally, whether you go into like something or your TransUnion or whatever, those little sending money to MoneyGram or MoneyX or whatever those are, it's a lot quicker, and it's also a lot cheaper. A lot of people I know send money down south to their relatives and friends in other countries, and it's a lot quicker, a lot easier for them to use because they're not paying these high fees when they do it. But I have been putting money in cryptocurrencies over than stocks, because cryptocurrencies did well. Last year they did very well compared to the whole stock market. That's really what I'm comparing things down to. I'm not comparing things like Tesla. Tesla's been on a tear lately. If you haven't checked my other video, but things like that have been going crazy. But you want to avoid, if you get into cryptocurrency, you got to do your research. You got to do your homework, get a better understanding on it right now. Because I have, as of Tuesday morning, I have $11,237 in cryptocurrencies. and I think it's doing pretty well. I didn't give you a good breakdown of what I own, but I give you a quick snapshot, based on the holdings. Most of my money, money is invested in Bitcoin, followed by Tron, and then I have a couple of little other stocks or little cryptocurrencies, excuse me, but I think that could do well. These are more of a long-term holds. I've been holding Bitcoin for like over 2 years now, and some of the other ones. And when the next time cryptocurrency takes off, I expect this will either double or triple my investment here already. So that's a 1x or 2x, whatever you want to call it. But I think it'll do well, and I'll most likely cash it out and pay my taxes, of course. But I think it'll do well, and then I can fund more of that back into my passive income, and create a bigger portfolio, and I give you a better story, another story in the future as well. But hey, if you haven't already, like this video, subscribe, click the bell for notification. Check out my other video down below, which I think you'll really like, or this other popular one that YouTube recommends, and I think you will enjoy it. But hey, I'll see you again next Friday, and another one will be coming up 2 days from now on Sunday, as everything works out right. But I'll see you again. Take care. Have a great day. See you soon.